Hello and welcome to Wrestle Talk. Give me just a few minutes to get everything set up and I will be right there with you guys. I got some puppies at my feet right now. I got 3 puppies down here. So I apologize if I sound a little bit farther away from the microphone than normal, but they're right at the edge of my chair today. Come on, girl. You got to move. Thank you, baby. Excellent. So we're going to have a great show to you. It's going to be brought to you by WrestleIncorporated.com today. So we're going to be picking up the news directly from there. So if you guys will stick around, let me get things set up. I'll have it for you shortly. Excellent. Let me get my playlist down here. Let me get it to shut off. All right, sweet. Guys, so we're going to just jump right in today. According to WrestlingIncorporated.com, this was written by Faden Collette, April 23rd, 2024 at 12:02 p.m. Eastern Time is when this one was coming out. It says, former WWE star Goldberg reveals why he won't join AEW. Not a chance he wants to join AEW at all whatsoever. WWE Hall of Famer Goldberg has had a storied career, and despite his many detractors, there have been rumblings that he might either sign with AEW or make some special appearance for them. However, during an interview with 93.7 The Ticket, Goldberg himself shot down any notions that he'll ever appear in the promotion. Now, I personally have my my reasons why I believe he did it. The first and foremost is I believe he's got that huge Legends contract, right? That's still with WWE, and he's still making money on the appearances and on his likeliness with them. And I don't think that it's running out anytime soon because it's guaranteed money for Goldberg. That's what I'm hearing is it's 100% fully guaranteed money for Goldberg. So that's first and foremost what I'm hearing here. Secondly, we got to think about not only the money, but where he's at in his career and career wise. So you got to think that if he was to make this appearance for AEW, or he was to do some work with AEW, would it be as a writer? Would it be as a creator? Would it be as a wrestler itself? So that's where you got to think. If they're going to put him in the ring, it may be harder for them to put him in the ring, especially knowing his track record, his past, things that have happened. Thank you guys for coming in. Stream Elements, thank you guys for being here. Appreciate you guys on Stream Elements coming in. But it might be a little bit harder for him to get in the ring and perform at the level that he was performing before. And I don't think that he wants to tarnish his reputation as a wrestler. I mean, we all saw some stuff that happened with WWE at Saudi Arabia, and nobody was really happy about that match. I don't really think anybody really wanted that match, to be honest with you, or wanted it to take place, to be honest with you, but it did. So here we are. So he said, the product is too cheesy. It doesn't deserve to have. I mean, whatever. Now you're going to really get me going, Goldberg exclaimed, I should say. But if there was a comparable variable option as a competitor to WWE, that would allow me to still look myself in the mirror after I was a member of their roster. Yeah, then it would be a consideration, but not a chance based on what Goldberg said. It's safe to assume that he won't be seen in AEW anytime soon, if ever. However, based on his statement earlier in the interview, where he seemed to suggest that he'd moved from having a final match in WWE, it doesn't seem like Goldberg will return to the Triple H-led promotion either. I think there's a couple of reasons for that, and we were just speaking about that. One is his record. It might tarnish his record. It might go on and tarnish him as a wrestler altogether if he tried it. Some people just got to know when to hang it up and when to quit, and other people just don't know when to die. And some people will live forever in infamy, like Terry Funk, for instance. Doesn't matter how old Terry Funk is, he's going to have somebody in the wrestling business that wants to come see him because he's Funk you know? That's what it comes down to. So Goldberg will either have it says so. So will Goldberg either have a retirement match? Interestingly, he has had a lot of positive things to say about the Japanese wrestling scene during an interview last month. According to former WCW champion, he described his brief stint in Japan as the best time in his wrestling career because of this. Could Goldberg instead have his final match in a Japanese promotion? Only time will tell. Well, that's very interesting that we're going to mention that directly, and we'll tie this in later. Now, just remember that we're talking about Japan right now, and remember that it's going to come back later. Next, we go on to Chad Gable. It says Chad Gable may have shared a WWE draft spoiler. This was done by Ross Berman, and Ross down here has a great track record of being right on the money with stuff, so we definitely love whenever he puts out a good article for us to be in and take hold of. It's one of our favorite things to do and favorite things to see. So Chad Gable has been a standout performer in WWE Raw, especially since his recent hunt for the WWE Intercontinental Championships, which makes the new addition to his bio on social media interesting. Gable's bio on X, formerly Twitter, currently reads, WWE Superstar, SmackDown. Despite his long-standing presence on Raw, Gable's most recent televised match for the Blue Brand took place more than a year ago, and he's only wrestled 2 SmackDown matches TV in the past 30 months. Gable also posted a cryptic post about what he is becoming. So it doesn't really show that. You can definitely check that out on his Twitter at The Real Chad Gable. It says it's possible Gable's bio has spoiled the landing spot for the upcoming WWE draft, but there is no confirmation on why Gable or his social media team changed the bio set to begin on April 26th episode of SmackDown and the end of April 29th episode of WWE Raw. The whims of WWE general manager will suffer the roster of both shows during the draft, and even champions can change the brand. That's right, they sure can. WWE Next is reportedly, or NXT is reportedly set to be heavily featured this year's draft. The developmental brand creative team told to focus on the show as their third brand more than just a learning experience. That's really kind of where I think they went wrong with NXT and Next and the Tough Enough and all the little spinoff shows that they've had. They should have used them more than just developmental. Developmental is great. Don't get me wrong. You need developmental. But they should have been putting them over trying to find out who the next superstar is in their brand. And they've done it to an extent, a small extent, but they need to do it a little bit better and be pushing themselves out. Hey, guys, how are y'all doing? For some reason, my multi-chat is not popping up. But I want to thank you guys for coming into the stream today. I see that you guys are here with me. So we're talking a little bit about Chad Gable, number one. Number two, we've talked about Goldberg and talked about some stuff that's going on there for those of you that are just joining me. And now we're talking about how NXT and Tough Enough and all the spinoffs that WWE has not really capitalized on all the talent that they could have had. So I understand that, like with Tough Enough, you could only have one winner, one female winner, one male winner for Tough Enough. Gotcha. No problem. I understood that from the get-go. But what you're not realizing is that you had people who were absolute stars in their own right that came directly out of those shows, came out of those spinoffs, and they did wonderful things for you guys, did wonderful things for the company, did wonderful things for the world of wrestling. And in the years that has passed and in the years that will be to come, the question becomes, does NXT branch off in as its own brand to be a competitor? You know, that's really what I'm seeing is going to happen eventually. Really what I think should happen is it should be just like it was in the old days. SmackDown Raw and Saturday Night Heat or Sunday Night Heat or Saturday Night Main Event or whatever they want to call it, 205 Live. But it should be the NXT show. It should be the starter show, trying to get everybody to come out, book some big names, book some big people for those matches, make sure that they come out and they wrestle and they get their exposure, but get those kids over and find out who the next star is with your current superstars and let them run through. I think that NXT has done a great job in developing the talent and pulling them out like they're supposed to. I absolutely 100% believe that they're on the right track moving forward. But it's something that's yet to be seen. And look, I'm just one man in the wrestling world with an opinion, and it doesn't really matter for much, but I'm here. So I'm here talking about it. So it says WWE Next is reportedly to be set heavily featured on this year's draft. Developmental brand creative told him to focus on the show as a third brand more than just a learning experience. Gable had been plucked Plucky under the leading proverbial island of misfit toys known as Alpha Academy, which included Otis, which I was really a huge fan of Alpha Academy. Is Michael Cole retiring? They haven't really pushed that 100%, but they have made mention of it a couple times, Harold. It's not really been reported if he's fully retiring or not. So I'm waiting to see that as well. So thank you for coming in and being here. I appreciate you for being here. However, it seems like the likely change for the Wrestling Observer newsletter has reported that Gable is believed to be getting paired with the Creed brothers, which, sometimes Meltzer's right on the money, sometimes he's not. Gable's single-minded drive to become the WWE Intercontinental Champion has recently led to him turning his back on his fans, attacking the Intercontinental Champion Sami Zayn in front of his family in Montreal, Quebec, which we all saw that. That was something that came just directly through. He was just on Twitter, kind of looks like it. Well, he might, man. I mean, all right, let's talk about this. I'm going to stop this because I've got a chatter in here, and Harold is talking about it. So, within the last couple of years, WWE has tried to move to a younger announcing team, somebody that could be the heart and soul of WWE and get the voice and become the new record of them. Corey Graves, of course, Pat McAfee now. Of course, Michael Cole has been a big part of most people's soundtrack in their minds and in their hearts and in their lives. But as they're trying to move into the younger generation, they're trying to move younger with everybody and anything that can be considered in wrestling. And I think Michael Cole has done a great job for the WWE. I think that he's been not only a mainstay in our hearts and minds, but a mainstay inside of our future. So we're just going to get off on this and we're going to talk about it just for a minute, and we'll come back to the news. So, with WWE trying to get younger, they may be looking to replace him. And then again, he's earned his right with a huge contract, and with TKO taking over the company, TKO might be moving in a direction to try to get some of their announcers from the UFC, such as Pat McAfee, over to him. And they can't do that with the huge contract that he holds, so they might be trying to release him. So instead of releasing him, he might retire. That might be the subject that we really need to look into here in a couple days. I want to kind of wait until it builds up to see if that's actually absolutely positively right, Harold, before I say yes or no. But it seems like that's been the case. Like, that's been the way that it's been moving for about 2 or 3 weeks now. I think they were going to let him finish WrestleMania, and then they were going to try. Now, I don't know that 100%. I have some friends that work for Meltzer for the Wrestling Observer. One of them told me a couple days ago that they were looking to not replace him in those words, but they were looking to replace him. So he might be retiring. He might be done. Now, he's had 23 years in the business, running and reporting and doing journalism for him. So he's had a great run with the WWE. He's made his money there. And it doesn't matter if they fire him today, somebody will pick Cole up. If they release him today, somebody will pick Cole up. TNA will pick him up. AEW might pick him up as a color commentator. It might take him a little bit to get his contracts scheduled out. You know what I mean? But somebody's going to pick him up if they release him, Harold. So I don't think that I really don't want WWE to do that to him. But then again, at the same aspect, it's like a well-oiled machine. Sometimes time just marches on. And you got to look, too, is he was protected under the Vince McMahon era. When Vince McMahon was there, Vince McMahon really took care of him because he was faithful to Vince McMahon. He showed up even in the bad times with Vince McMahon, and he did his job like he was supposed to. I think the only time that burn them in their face was the storyline that they were running for the walkout, the strike on WWE. And I don't think Cole showed up to that episode, but I don't think he was scheduled for the episode that they were showing it on, where CM Punk ended up announcing with Triple H for that episode to put it out there and push it through. I think that's the only strike that he has against him. But, in my mind, I think he's going to go somewhere else. I really absolutely do it. So we're going to move on now. Now, remember earlier we talked about Goldberg trying to retire, and Goldberg wouldn't have a retirement match, and he might do it in one of the Japanese promotions. Well, NJPW announced full acquisition of Josie Promotion with the World Ring Insider Stardom. So that's a big, big deal for New Japan Pro Wrestling there. It's been a whirlwind 2024 Joshi Promotion World Wonder Ring Stardom so far, from the firing of the founder Rosie Ogwa to the beginning of the working relationship with AEW. An even bigger chance on the horizon, however, as Stardom's relationship with sister promotion New Japan Pro Wrestling gets set to make a major transition. Absolutely. I mean, it's a huge deal for them to be moving on and trying to get some stuff going on there. So we were talking about Goldberg earlier. Goldberg wants his last match in one of the Japanese promotions, or so he's hinted at in other interviews here recently. So with him wanting to go that route and try to have those other interviews in those other areas, I think that this would be a perfect time for him. Now, I have to say this. He did make mention that he was not interested in going to AEW to do his last match. He said it was like a circus, like a little horse and pony show, and he wasn't interested in going to AEW. But now with them taking the acquisition of Stardom and New Japan Pro Wrestling, the wrestling in Japan is very limited. So he will have to basically shot himself in the foot on this one, because he'll probably have to work for one of the promotions that works for none other than AEW in order to have that match in Japan. Now, he could change his mind at any time and do whatever he wanted to do at any time based upon that. But, you know, I just don't see it happening. Hey, guys, today's episode is brought to you by Cherry Coke. It's what I've got in the fridge right now. I'm not really sponsored by them, but thank you guys so much for being here and being a part of it. Give me just a second and we'll get back on. So with the acquisition that AEW has taken and the New Japan Pro Wrestling taking an acquisition in Stardom directly, that's going to be a huge thing in the coming days to move forward. So something great there. All right. So we went from Goldberg here. We've done, so that's the Goldberg. That is the Japanese. Let's go on to Finn Balor. So Finn Balor actually hinted this week about his new contract and his new contract stuff. He made a cryptic tweet on X, formerly known as Twitter, and he was talking about his status of his contract as well, his long-term standing extension, which has already been posted to X, formerly Twitter, Monday, shortly before WWE Raw, saying that he wanted to take a moment to thank you for 10 years with the company. WWE, of course, that is what he's talking about. And after much thought and consideration, I've decided now is the right time to say I ain't going nowhere, Balor wrote. So he put that right up there. And Balor is actually really, really hot right now, especially with his work that he's done with the Judgment Day and getting Judgment Day over and being a part of that. I think this was some of his best work in WWE to get himself over. And not only that, but to get the promotion over directly. And it's moved in the right direction. It's definitely been going in the right direction for him. So something that's starting to move is starting to look pretty good for you guys. So I didn't see Michael Cole's tweet on the old Twitch there. Let me see if we can pull that up. www.x.com. Let's find old Michael Cole. See what's going on there. Because that's actually kind of concerning. At Michael Cole. No, I just want to look at his page, dude. I don't want to message him. I just want to look at his page. It says, for 27 years, I've had the incredible opportunity of working for WWE. To say that I've lived the high life would be an understatement. Michael Cole was Snoop Dogg and the Godfather smoking in the back, 4/20, 1997, of course. From me to you, WrestleMania. Thank you, WrestleMania 1. He directed that. Oh, I would have thought the ass kicker is trying to take his way out of trouble. He had Roman Reigns on the show and Seth at home, State of Iowa Friday. So I don't know. I mean, it seems like what, 27 years. So I was off by 4 years. He worked 4 more years than what I can remember. So I said 23 earlier. I stayed corrected, Michael Cole. I don't know what's going to be happening there. I didn't really notice that change was going on. I wasn't really paying attention to it, Harold. So I'm sorry, but we're going to get right on that. He said, so the esteemed voice of WWE, Michael Cole, is current host of Friday Night SmackDown on Fox and former reporter for CBS News. And he absolutely is all of those things. But that post is definitely going to be the highlight. I think it might have been just a 420 thing, and he was just reminiscent on when he went back into the league, and he actually got started with WWE. But if he does, man, I'm telling you right now, if he does end up getting released, I think that he'll have a heart in wrestling somewhere. Somebody will pick him up, just like they did Mike Tenay from WCW. TNA picked up Mike Tenay, and he was the voice of TNA for so many years. So I think that would be a really good move for him, a really smart move for him. Next, guys, let's get into National Wrestling Alliance stuff. What's going on with them? So, of course, they've got the Crockett Cup happening May 18th. It's going to be in Forney, Texas at the OC Theater. That's going to be a great place for you guys to be. They're going to be running that. We're going to be Friday, April 26th. We're going to be at Harriman Heat for NWA JCP. Me and the old Spock Bunny, we're going to be down there. So if you guys are going to be out there at Harriman High School on Roan Street in Harriman, Tennessee, that's where we're going to be. We are going to be there the 26th of April just to make sure that it happens for you guys. It's going to be fun. It's going to be 920 North Roan Street is where it's going to be held at Harriman High School. You can get your tickets at the door there. I believe ringside were around $15 if I remember correctly. I ordered them when they first came out. I had my name on the list waiting for them. And thank you, NWA, for having a reserve seat for me and the old Spock Bunny. You knew we were coming, so thank you guys so much for that. Can't thank Billy Corgan enough for that. Thank you, buddy. It really warms my heart to know that you guys did that. Of course, August 31st, 2024, they're going to be doing NWA 76 in Philadelphia. It's going to be held at 2300 South Swanson Street in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. That's 19148 for you guys. You can get your tickets available at nwaliveevents.com for that. And of course, in December, they're going to have the Looks That Kill, as you see, as it's popping directly over and going through to show the live events that are going to be available December 24th. That's going to be at the Dothan Center in Dothan, Alabama. Chicago Fire is going to be taking place May 3rd, 2024 in Highland Park, Illinois. It's going to be 1799 Green Bay Road, Highland Park, Illinois, at the studio. It's going to be at the Studio One is where it's going to be at, where it's going to be held at, guys. For you guys, you can get your tickets right there to Chicago Fire at nwatix.com. Click on that yellow tab. It'll be directly. We mentioned the Forney Cup earlier, May 18th, 2024, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. The OC Theater in Forney, Texas is where it's going to be held at. It's going to be broadcasted live on the CW for one of the live events at a later date. To mention, we already did Harriman Heat, Dothan, Alabama. It's December 14th, 2024. You can buy your tickets now for Looks That Kill. That's going to be scheduled out and be going for you guys. That's really good. Of course, NWA has a bunch of merchandise available, which I just bought a hat. My little terrorist destroyed my hat that I got from Danny Deals a couple weeks ago. They got a hold of it. I left it on a counter, and I actually had to buy another hat from them, and it came in lickety split within a couple days. I don't know if I got it on Steve or not. You know, it's in the living room. So it's in the living room on my hat rack. But I ended up getting the power one that's got power across. I bought one directly just like that a couple of weeks ago from Danny Deals directly. And Danny was such a nice guy. Got to meet him, got to talk to him for a little bit. He chatted my ear off about the NWA, chatted my ear off about other things that are going on in their promotion. But you can click on their store here, check out what they've got. I'll show you the hat that I bought. I bought this power hat that's right here is what I got. This old Yapung snapback brand, and it's actually very comfortable, very, very comfortable to wear, and it was very, very nice. And he made a killer deal on it, just trying to get rid of it for me whenever I bought it. So you guys got to go see him. Now, he's going to be at the Strawberry Jam in Portland, Tennessee. That's pro wrestling entertainment.com, and see who that's going to be held by and who it's going to be put on through. But they're going to be at the Strawberry Jam, as you see here, guys. That's going to be the place where you guys want to be Saturday, May 4th, where me and Spock Bunny are going to be. We're going to be there as well. We're going to be there going for Jay Lethal. So he's one of the few that has eluded me in the past that I've not got a chance to meet, and I definitely would love to have the opportunity to meet Jay Lethal while we're there at the Strawberry Jam. Of course, Alex Taylor is the PW World Heavyweight Champion. They have a match between him and Chris Michaels that is going to be a reschedule from none other than that last event that we went to for Pro Wrestling Entertainment, the Wrestle for Recovery 3. Under some shady circumstances, let's just say the deal man had his way there, and Alex Michaels retained that PWE World Heavyweight Championship, and they're going to be getting a rematch there for you as well. Of course, Colby Carter, Magic Jake DeMoss is going to be there. Magic Jake is a hoot each and every time you guys Every time he's in the ring, you got to see him. He always is pulling some shenanigans, especially live. You never know what he's going to do live. It's going to be something great for you guys to see. The NWA World Heavyweight Champion, I believe he's still the Ohio Valley Champion if he didn't lose it last week. EC3 is going to be there as well. Chase Stevens is going to be there. Colby Carter's going to be there. Cody Angle's going to be there. Big Strong Mims is going to be there. And so many more. You guys got to be there. Now, that's going to be supporting the Portland Quarterback Club. Their bell time is going to be at 7 p.m. That is Central Standard Time. The doors are going to be opening at 6 p.m. So we held at 600 College Street, Portland, Tennessee at Portland High School. You can get your tickets, which are available now at ProWrestlingTix.com and or Eventbrite is where you can get your other tickets at there. So Adrian Thomas is going to be there. Now, Adrian Thomas had a heck of a match against none other than Tyler Shoop from the NWA at Wrestle for Recovery. I'd like to see them go at it one more time. Just one more time, Pro Wrestling Entertainment. If you guys watch this and are out there and keeping up with this, I'd like to see that happen one more time. But we're going to be there Saturday, May 4th. So you can definitely bet your bottom dollar on that at Portland High School in Portland, Tennessee. We're going to be going to the Strawberry Slam for Pro Wrestling Entertainment, guys. It's going to be a great place for you guys to be. Now, hey, guys, we've got lots of other stuff, lots of things that are popping up here. Let's head on over to the old Facebook. Let's get here, and we're going to check it out and see what's happening on with Championship One Wrestling. I don't know if they've reposted anything or put some new content up, but we're going to check it out and see if they have. They absolutely have. So on April 27th, Saturday, April 27th, C1W Arena, 130 McDonald School Road in McDonald, Tennessee. Tickets are going to be $8. The kids 5 and under are always free. The doors are going to open at 7 p.m. The bell time is going to be 8 p.m. They're going to be holding a mixed tag match. Oh, goodness gracious God almighty. This was going to be definitely one for the ages. One for the ages for you guys. Adrian Ace, the Mix 1041 champion, is going to be taking on none other than Mama Hannah, with tagging with Mama Hannah. Excuse me, he's not taking her on. He's tagging with Mama Hannah. Going to be taking on Robert Starr and Crystal Fire, baby. Now, Mama Hannah ran away from Crystal Fire the last time that they were in the ring together. She just bailed on that match. So I think Crystal Fire is ready to get her hands back on Mama Hannah and make this one work. Make it go for it. So, and the card is subject to change, but they just posted that one out there. And then, of course, they're working on getting everything else going on. But that's the only only match as of right now that's been announced for them. And then we're going to check this out: the Slap Heard Round the World. That was in the street fight. That was before the street fight this past Saturday, actually. That was taking place, and Miss Danielle is asserting her dominance, taking her rightful position at 50% ownership of this company in Championship One Wrestling. And she's showing Kevin, who's boss, that he's not just going to treat her that way. I retweeted this and posted it directly on Twitter and also on my Facebook page. And I said, she's keeping her pimp hand strong, Kevin. What are you going to do about it? So there's lots of good stuff. And then, of course, they had the bowling ball. This is the street fight between Xavier Gray and none other than the Pied Piper of professional wrestling, Cameron Cox. So you'll see this bowling ball spot here. Now, if you guys want to catch the full video, you have to come in directly with me Saturday, 10 a.m., right here on Facebook Live, wherever you guys are at, and we'll get this thing running for you. Oh, goodness gracious, right in the giblets. Did you see how Gabe Walters reacted to that? That's very interesting, guys. Of course, I haven't put anything else out for this time. And also, Championship One Wrestling has a fan page. C1W has a fan page here that's right here available to you guys. C1W for Life fan page. If you guys want to be involved with it, just ask. We'll send you an invite. I don't mind sending you an invite. And that way we can get you guys taken care of there. This is from another angle, that slap that they've got going on. The fans have caught it. Boom! From the backside. So you got to see it from both. She ain't playing. She's keeping that pimp hand strong, baby. Of course, we've got our Wrestle Talk. We've got our wrestling shows that go on here directly, and we want to invite each and every one of you guys into it each and every time that you're there. Of course, we got some snippets that were put out there directly for them. That's some stuff that I caught there as the lights were coming on. It looks green until the lights come on, and then it gets white. But lighting is a big deal. And man, this was part of that street fight as well. If you guys want to catch it all, you can head right over to the C1W for Life fan page, or you can be right here directly Saturday, 10 a.m. in order to catch that. Now let's move on to some other promotions. So some places that I didn't mention last night's show was TWA Alcoa. So TWA Alcoa is a great place for you guys to be. Of course, the Nelsonizer won with that full Nelsonizer. He just maintained and stayed on top. They've also got new tag team champions, the 865 boys there, the 865 boys, I should say. They won those tag team titles and held on to it. We have a new North American champion, Sean Brooks, took over the North American Championship for TWA Alcoa. So definitely some interesting stuff to see. And as you see right here on Harriman, they had a packed house, guys. Professional wrestling is always going to be a packed house for these people. So it's something that you guys want to see, want to be a part of, want to go down to it. The next show that they've got, I'm waiting on them to write me back. So their last show was April 12th, 2024, but they haven't posted a new show yet. So TWA Alcoa, as soon as they do, I'll definitely have you guys put out here in Wrestle Talk, Wrestle News. We'll get you guys taken care of directly. Now, we've already talked about Joe Kazana Promotions earlier with Harriman Heat that's going on, but they've also got the Sundown at Showbright that's going to be taking place May the 10th. It's going to be in Sunbright, Tennessee at Sunbright High School. And of course, you can scroll down. You can see everything that's going on there for them as well. And you have to buy the tickets for the Sunbright show at Sunbright High School. You have to get them from the box office directly, or you can buy them at the door the day of, just to let you know. And they announced a new commissioner just a little bit while back. Commissioner Spank is now on top of things in NWA JCP, trying to get it taken care of. Danny Deals is going to be at Harriman Heat. I forgot to mention that. The Deal Man himself, April 26th, is going to be there. Harriman Heat at Harriman High School, Harriman, Tennessee, guys. And I really appreciate that they're going to do that. So here's the showdown at Sunbright. They're going to have Jax Day and go through. The Stu Crew is going to be there. Sal the Pal has put himself out there to go. Good for you, Sal, man. I appreciate you for coming in and being here. Of course, the Kazana, the Country Gentlemen, the Kazana kids are going to be there. Chris Silvo is going to be there. Tyler Shoup is going to be there. The Heat Seekers are going to be there, guys, and so many more. You guys have to be at one of these events for NWA JCP. The proceedings are going to benefit Sunbright High School Athletics Commission. They're going to be taking care and upgrading some stuff. Ringside seats for that one are going to be $15. The general admission is going to be $10. And I believe that's the same for the Harriman Heat as well. If you guys are going to be going to Harriman High School on the 26th of April, I believe it's the exact same. $15 for ringside, and general admission is going to be $10 there as well. And as you see, I mean, Sundown and Showbright at May 10th, 2024. That's Friday, May 10th, 2024, at Sunbright High School, Sunbright, Tennessee. It's going to be a place where you guys want to be. The doors are going to be opening at 6 p.m. The bell time is going to be 7 p.m. That is going to be Eastern Standard Time for both of those guys. So just to let you know, that's what's going to be happening. But JCP has got some good stuff going down there. Casey Kazana there, AJ Kazana, of course, Joe Alonzo, Colby Carino, all the guys, Magic Jake DeMoss, Slade. That's all the stuff that's being scheduled for Power and the Power tapings here in the days to come. But as you see, Harriman Heat is going to be definitely a great place that you be. The Stu Crew is going to be there as well. Jay Bradley is going to be there. Braxton Ray and Gustavo are going to be there. Weaver and the Pain are going to be there as well, which I don't know how you feel about Weaver and the Pain or Bruiser Bob or any of them, but hey, just come on in and be a part of it with us. We're definitely going to have a great time at Harriman Heat Friday, April 26th for you guys going and knowing. All right, so Nashville Wrestling Network, which is USWO and Saul Wrestling, Saturday, June 1st, 7 p.m., the National Guard Armory, 2350 Armory Drive, Murfreesboro, Tennessee. So the Tennessee Army National Guard Armory is where this is going to be held. They have got a great match for you guys. They've got great matches set up for you guys. Great show set up for you guys. The first 100 paid people to get in will be getting a free t-shirt to that show that's going to be there. Of course, the likes of LT Falk is going to be there. Colby Carter, Bad Company is scheduled to be on that card. And many, many, many more. Adrian Thomas is going to be making his way there. Brandon Wolf is going to be there. Hot Rod Briggs is going to be there, guys. So it's something that you definitely want to be a part of and want to see. That Saturday, June 1st, 7 p.m., the National Guard Armory in Murfreesboro, the Tennessee Army National Guard Armory in Murfreesboro. Brought to you by Advanced Financial. So they've got some backing for this show, and it's going to be a fun show to be a part of. So I just want to let you guys know right now that that's the place where you guys want to be. So it's going to be a great time. Of course, they've got some pictures and stuff from their last episode. They had Butterbean at their last event as well, so that was something that was positive for them, holding Butterbean at the USWO and trying to make sure. And as you see, man, they have got a beautiful ring here inside the Armory. They had chairs set up. They had a great show that was scheduled and available right there in Nashville, Tennessee. So hope to see everybody that's out there whenever they come in. This was their card from the last one. They had a meet and greet that was available with the iconic boxing legend Butterbean. LT Falk, of course, Tony Falk is going to be there as well. For those of you that don't know, Tony Falk is a legend in Tennessee wrestling. So he's going to be there with his son LT, and it's going to be very interesting to say the least. So guys, we have pretty much covered a lot of stuff here in the about 40 minutes that we've been on here. Is there anything else? Ego Pro Wrestling, of course. Ego Pro. My puppies are on the ground crying. Ego Pro Wrestling is be holding their show May the 4th as well at the Tennessee Army National Guard Armory in Athens, Tennessee. Tiger Kid's going to be taking on California there for that card. They've already started putting the card out for you. The Young Bloods and Judgment Nightfall will be taking on the other side of Judgment Nightfall and Kingdom of Perfection. There's going to be definitely some stuff there. Trevor Aiden is going to be taking on Menacent and Aiden Rice. Now, I gave Aiden Wright a shout out the other day right here on Wrestle Talk, and I've got to talk about him again, man. He's definitely must-see TV. Aiden Wright is the brute of all brutalness. He puts brute in brutalness, and he's definitely must-see TV. You guys definitely want to be there for him. Want to be able to see him as he comes, as he goes, as he does everything. It's going to be a place directly for him there. Of course, May the 4th as well, Andrew Thomas, Mr. Perfection there is going to be taking on the Golden Child, John Bivens. That's going to be taking 7:30 p.m. That's Eastern Standard Time at the Athens National Guard Armory right there in Athens, Tennessee. It's going to be right off of the main highway. If you just stay straight on the main highway, if you get off the interstate at, I believe it's exit 30, you turn right and you just follow it straight. It'll be on the left-hand side. If you're coming from Etowah, the other way, if you go 411 down and take that last red light in front of Food City and make a left, it's going to be on the right-hand side, just a couple miles down the road on the right-hand side. You can't miss it. It's right going to be there. They've also got tables available for merchandise, food, crafts, arts, etc. You can book your dates now for them for Ego Pro Wrestling, and they can get you guys in so that you can be having a great time selling your merchandise, selling your products, and heck, you might even make a partnership to be able to sell not only your products, but their products as well. It'd be a great spot for them as well. So Ego Pro Wrestling's got a bunch of good stuff going on here in the future. Tennessee Wrestling Alliance. We got to get on it, guys. So TWA, Tennessee Wrestling Alliance, 97 Tom Pope Road in none other than Pikeville, Tennessee. Now, they are Central Standard Time, so anytime that you see them, they're going to be on Central Standard Time. They're going to say the doors are going to be opening at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time and going through. So I have an update for you. So from the last show that we did, I told you that Douglas Sanders was facing none other than Alex Summers, Simply Amazing Alex Summers. Alex Summers did end up winning that match. Douglas Sanders did end up losing that match. And what was kind of a shocker to me to hear about and to kind of watch and replay and go over, but Tennessee Wrestling Alliance right there, 97 Tom Pope Road at Brewster's Place. So you guys got to be there. Their next show is going to be amazing. It's going to be held Saturday night, guys, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you guys are in that area, you guys are coming out of Cookeville, you guys are coming out of Dunlap, you guys are coming out of Baxter, and you guys want to see some good wrestling, that's where you want to go. 97 Tom Pope Road. Right there at Tennessee Wrestling Alliance. Catch yourself a good show. Have a great time. Make yourself known. Make yourself known. Make yourself available. As you see, they've got some tables and chairs set up because they've got concessions on the backside. Then the front row is actually front row seating for the match itself. Just something that's going to be great for you guys to get involved in, be a part of, have some good times. Let some good times roll at Tennessee Wrestling Alliance directly. So, and that pretty much concludes the show today. I'm right at the 40-minute mark, guys. I did really, really good today. But thank each and every one of you guys for coming in and being here. Thank you, first and foremost, Facebook, for allowing me to go live today. We had some trouble with going live earlier on Facebook. This show was actually supposed to be recorded at about 1 o'clock this morning. That did not happen. Because of the problems that we had available with Facebook and Streamlabs, and had to get it back on track and back on target. So thank you guys for being here first and foremost. Appreciate each and every one of you guys for coming in, being here, being a part of not only this show, but each and every one of these shows that we have mentioned and getting on along with the news. Now, I just covered some short staff news that they put up. Harold, if you came in a little bit late, I did address the Michael Cole thing directly from Twitter, where he posted about his 27 years and had an incredible opportunity working for the WWE. I'm not sure if they have released him or not, but that's one of the things that we're going to be yet to see in the days to come. So just tune in and we'll find out. They'll let us know for sure. You'll know for sure on Monday night if this coming Monday, and also on Friday Night SmackDown. If on Friday, if they don't have Michael Cole out there, you'll know for sure. So that'll be your end game. So, but just to let you guys know, that's what's going on in the world of wrestling right now. Thank each and every one of you guys for being here. I want to thank all the fans that come out and are part of this. And if you guys are out there with Championship One Wrestling, definitely be there. 130 McDonald School Road Saturday. They've got some great stuff. They got a mixed tag match going on. Mama Hannah and Adrian Ace are going to be taking on Robert Starr and Crystal Fire in a mixed tag match. And like I said, that's going to have some implications. So thank you guys so much. I hope you all have a wonderful day wherever you guys are at. And we will see you again. Until the next time, you guys heard it here first. Be safe, guys. Bye-bye.